Welcome back to the Keg King channel. I'm Daniel. Today we've got something to talk about because it's a new item. This one's fantastic for doing counter pressure bottle filling or counter pressure filling of growlers or whatever you want to fill under pressure direct from your tap, or there's other ways you can use this as well. So counter pressure is an excellent way to fill anything that's a carbonated beverage because you're going to be able to keep pressure on that fill while you're actually bringing up the volume inside the vessel. So that helps you preserve the carbonation that you've worked so hard to actually get into the beverage. So with Ultrafill, it's a little bit different, but also kind of similar to a lot of stuff that's out there. But what it really is just more convenient, right? Because there are lots of other ways to go about doing this. So if you look at what people have sometimes done to get counter pressure, you might have a plastic bottle with a carbonation cap on it. Now you purge it like that, now it's actually under pressure. With your tap, you can get a ball lock adaptation for the front of it, and then you can go to this disconnect, and then you can go to this line, and then you can go to this filler, and then you can actually, let's say, adjust the pressure by turning this. This is a lot of extra work, right? We've always had these T-type ones, which, I mean, as long as I can remember, people have been filling with these under pressure for growlers or in professional settings where they're coming directly out of a sampling tank or a uni tank or a bright tank. If there's a sample port, one way is your gas, one way is the liquid, and this is the purge for whatever vessel you sit on here. You can also change the bung on these so that they will fill a growler. And with the barbs, it's not really that fast to assemble. So you also had things like the tap cooler, which inserted up into the tap. But this insert here was a bit of a restriction point when it's up in the tap. But you also had to buy all sorts of different little equipment to make life easier with them, like the ball lock adapter and some other things that made it so that you didn't get a really functional piece of equipment until you'd leveled up a bit with it. So if you want to do counter pressure filling of growlers or bottles or whatever, and you want to do it really well right out of the box without having to level up to get all the parts you need to make it convenient, check out the Ultrafiller from Keg King. It's all stainless steel in its construction. It has this really nice attachment for getting it onto an Ultratap. The threading matches the tap, so the nozzle comes off the tap and this screws right up into place. You can orient it however you like and tighten the seal between the tap and the filler unit with this collar that makes it really nice and easy to orient so that you can get it in a convenient position to start filling. It comes with a gas ball lock post on the side of it, which is already built in, and it has this triggering system for being able to add purge to the bottle and then also bring up the pressure in the bottle. On the side, this pressure relief valve, you set this and there's already increments in here, markings on this, that will tell you what PSI is inside the bottle when you're adding the pressure to it. So if this is at 10 PSI and your keg's at 10 PSI, the liquid's not going to move, but if you back this off just slightly, it'll begin to fill. You can select how fast that fill happens with the pressure relief system on the side here. And when you're comfortable that you've got a good fill speed, and this will do also a 750 ml bottle or smaller, but when you're happy that you've got that fill speed correct, you just shut off the tap, take it off pressure, and cap the bottle. And then you're ready to put another bottle right on here, and without having to mess around with this, you just simply add the purge to the bottle, and then afterwards, open up the tap and start filling. So let's go ahead and use the Ultrafiller to fill up a couple of bottles. You'll see that you want to start with clean, sanitized bottles, and if they're cold, that's even better because the liquid will have less opportunity to foam inside here when you're bringing the liquid over from the keg. So we'll go ahead and attach the gas line to the side of the Ultrafiller onto the ball lock connection, just like that. And now you can hear that the gas is all hooked up and ready to purge and bring up the pressure inside the bottle. So let's go ahead and provide some purge to the bottle to begin with. And before I do this, I should say thank you to Yuri, who's provided the beer today. If you've ever come into Keg King to the retail shop, you've probably met Yuri. He's in there all the time, and he is a prolific brewer. He makes fantastic beer. This one is called Pride of Saws. Let's get this purged out. So we'll go ahead and open up the valve so that you can hear the air coming out and that's providing the purge to the bottle to get the CO2 out. Then we'll go ahead and we'll bring this down to about 10 psi. You will have to hold the bottom of the bottle, right? We'll turn off that gas. So we're now holding 10 psi in the bottle, right? We're gonna open up the tap, and I like this fill speed about right here. Now I'll add a bit. This extra that's gonna come off the side is fine. You do wanna have a drip tray in place for when that happens. But then it's fine to go ahead, take it off pressure, grab your cap, and definitely get it sealed up. So that's it. There will be that bit of foam that comes out the side. So if you have a drip tray, put it in place, be prepared for the mess. I wasn't today. But that's gonna be a great way to fill your bottles. In like every single time now that I would use it, I wouldn't have to reset. I just put the next bottle on, bring up the purge, and go ahead and keep filling. So it works for bottles, it works for growlers. It's actually a very solid little filling unit. Check them out, because you can enter competitions, you can take this camping, and when you open this bottle months from now, it'll hiss. Thanks for watching, brewers. If you like this, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.